like and subscribe the channel, please open the Google or and search for the Alien Tech Champion, and you will open this channel. You can also search on your YouTube, and this channel is all about if you want to learn anything related to the Microsoft Intune mobile or any other mobile device management solution. So today in this video I am going to talk about what are the corporate device identifier. So as you can see on my, this is the Microsoft Intune portal. If you are new to this channel, and then if you go to the devices sections here and click on enroll devices, you see the corporate device identifier. So what is this? So when actually people ask about this corporate device identifier, they typically want to block personal devices and allow corporate devices into their environment. So in this scenario, we can use the corporate device identifier. We can pre-declare, like, or maybe we can whitelist the device, whatever you call pre-declare, whitelist the device based on the either IMEI or the serial number, so that if any users with the Intune license attempts to enroll their BYOD devices, like personal devices, they will be blocked. Yeah, that's main actually the feature, right? So however, if the same users attempt enrollment of a device that has the serial number or IMEI pre-declare or whitelisted using this corporate device identifier feature in the Intune, it will successfully enroll and it will mark as a corporate devices. So if you are not using like ABM, Apple Business Manager, or the Apple configuration, and you want to block or blacklist the BYOD devices and allow only pre-declared or whitelist the devices which is company owned devices, so for that you need to add the corporate device identifier here. I mean the device serial number or IMEI number before enrolling the devices. So how does this work for the various Android devices? This is for the iOS, which I have told. So maybe you thinking, what about the Android, right? So you all know, right, Android device admin, which is actually legacy scenario, has been deprecated because of Android Enterprise are there. And so, but you have to think about the in the scenario, because for Android is quite complex, right? So in this for Android devices, maybe you thinking, how does a corporate device identifier impact the device owner scenario for dedicated or fully managed Android devices? So the answer is, it does not impact, okay, for two main reasons. The first, understand, the device owner scenario are automatically marked as corporate, okay. So pre-declaring these devices will not be necessary. Second, first of all, right, the corporate device identifier are only evaluated on the Android scenario when the company portal app is used for enrollment using like work profile or device admin like legacy. So as I mentioned, right, that Android Enterprise, it's a Google method of modern enrollment for any Android devices. It started with the Android 5 Lollipop, and in the future release will only be method of the supporting, right? So because the Google has announced that they will be removing the device admin capability in the near future. So if you want to enroll any Android work profile devices in Android work profile is intended for the personal device enrollment as management, that can be achieved with the work profile. So the personal side of the device remain personal, as you all know, and the IT admin can and the Intune service will only be granted authority over the work profile by the Android OS. So with this method, there are actually intended management limitation, and that may be new to the IT admin, right? Just like you don't have to reset the devices, you don't have to actually set the device level passcode. You no need to get the inventory from the personal profile, right? So those are actually however, like, it's recommended to use the Android work profile due to the limitations, right? There are that you cannot get the uh, uh, access the resources, right, in the personal application. So you can only allow those devices to enroll in the Android enterprise work profile is a recommended solutions, right? So so it's better to, how you can do that. So you can either upload the CSV file or you can enter manually. Let me enter the manually. Maybe for if you have the few devices, of course you can enter manually, but if you have a large number of devices, right, you won't be able to. I'm just giving any serial number, you just for, but, and you say it's iPhone or whatever, just add it, right? So I'm adding serial number. If you have a large number of devices, then just you can import the CSV file, and all those devices will be pre-declared or whitelisted, and then you can enroll the devices. So this is the actually so at the time of enrollment, you see this is added and its status is not contacted and not applicable, right? So once you try to enroll through the company portal, your devices will mark as a identify as a corporate owned, right? So, and if you add here, Intune automatically assign corporate on status to the devices which are actually enroll, or either the Google Zero Touch, Knox Mobile Enrollment, or Android Enterprise, Kobo, dedicated, right? So all these method, and it's not supported for Windows. It's only supported for iOS and Mac OS and Android devices, right? So it's not supported by Windows. So don't confuse with this one. So and just to serial number, I mean, if you have a large number of devices, more than 5,000 devices, you cannot add more than, I mean, 5,000 devices in one CSV file, or this CSV file should be less than 5 MB. And you just give in the CSV file, you have to give the serial number and the iPhone or Android in the right column. So in the second column, nothing much in the CSV file, right? You can also delete the corporate identifier if you want. You can delete it, right? So deleting a corporate identifier for enrolled devices does not change the device ownership, right? So it will not change the ownership. So always you can go to the properties and change the ownership. So and when a device ownership type is changed from corporate to personal, Intune delete all the app information previously collected from the devices within the 7 days, right? So Intune will also delete the phone number or record. Intune will still collect the inventory. So those are actually, you can find on everything on the Microsoft side. I don't have to describe all this, and I think most of them know. So in this video I have shown you how you can add the corporate device identifier and what is the use of this. Okay, I hope you have learned what is the benefit of adding the or whitelisting the serial number before enrolling any company owned devices if you are not using AVM or DEP. Till then, thank you, have a good day, bye bye, take care, and